You may say, why should I listen to this person? Why should you listen to what I got to contribute? Well, I sat down and did a bit of reflecting in my life. And what I got to realize is that every single negative in my life was linked back to a hierarchical structure. And every positive was linked back to a networking organization. My life's journey was a journey of fear response to hierarchies. I was always trying to control situations, whether that was fighting for my life as a kid in South Africa, growing up with a mum in an alcoholic family, whether it was being in the war in Angola or destroying and vandalizing things when I was in a biker gang. Every negative circumstance was a function of a hierarchical structure and of me fighting against that hierarchical structure, to want to be an individual, to want to be able to express myself as I was. The only way I knew to do it was to be rebellious. And then when I sit down and reflect on every positive in my life, I get to notice that every positive in my life, every success was a function of my ability to move from a hierarchical structure to a networking structure or a collaborative structure. Maybe we know it also as open sourcing. If we look today, open sourcing is a huge way to move forward. The art of delegation. I found that the art of delegation is really an important area that we need to focus on if we want to learn how to achieve the best out of our people and out of our organization or division. Learn to delegate the task, but never delegate the responsibility. Key principles I've learned is around elevator leadership. What do I mean by elevator leadership? Well, elevator leadership is some people will pull you up and some people will pull you down. If you have someone in your organization that's always heading down, my suggestion is change their attitude or change them. Because you want to make sure that as a leader, you're always looking at trying to hit the up switch, trying to raise everybody around you. You see, being a leader and leading from the middle of the pack is really, really important. Middle management has an important role to play in the success of an organization. I mean, what happens is when you're in middle management, are you trying to make the job easier and the tasks easier for your senior managers? Are you taking responsibility so that you can assist them in order to be better and look better? Or are you out there trying to pull them down, thinking, gee, maybe if I pull them down, I'll look better? Don't do that. What I've learned is that when the tide rises in the harbor, all the ships rise. Not just one ship, all the ships rise. And when the tide goes down, all the ships go down. Likewise, in any organization, if the leadership are rising up, everybody will rise up. And if the leadership are pulling people down with internal bickering or any qualms that are going on, everybody gets pulled down. And I really think that this comes back to, are you a thermostat or are you a thermometer? What do I mean? Well, what does a thermometer do? A thermometer reads the weather. It reads the temperature. It's got no control over what's going on. If it's cold, it'll tell you it's cold. If it's hot, it'll tell you it's hot. But what does a thermostat do? A thermostat sets the temperature so that if things drop too cold, it'll kick up the heat and it'll warm everything up. And if things get too hot, what it'll do is it'll cool down the room. And so my suggestion is become the thermostat in your organization. Decide what level you want the temperature to be set at. And then go out there and raise the standards so that you can end up being responsible for helping everybody grow.